I'm sitting here reading the Bible, and I want to share something that Jesus told us to do. He told us, don't resist an evildoer. And I don't know about you, but that's not something that I normally hear. Don't resist an evildoer. Things that I normally hear are to resist the devil and he will flee, which Jesus Christ did and told us to do. But in this particular case, it's Matthew chapter 5, and in verse 39, Jesus says, "But I tell you, don't resist an evildoer. On the contrary, if someone slaps you on your right cheek, turn the other to him also." If someone hits you in your face, your normal reaction would be to either punch them back or to get very angry and defensive. And he's saying, don't do that. He's saying, if someone hits you, turn the other cheek and let them hit the other cheek. Then he says, if anybody wants to sue you and take your shirt, give him your coat as well. That's not a normal reaction from most people and plenty of Christians. If someone does something wrong to you, if someone came into your house and stole something, if someone took something from you, your reaction is to get it back. And or if someone takes you to court and wrongfully accuses you of something, your reaction is to defend yourself and to try to keep whatever they're wanting to take from you. But Jesus says to not just give them the shirt, offer the shirt, but also offer the coat as well. Give him more than what he's demanding to basically steal from you. He says, if anyone forces you to go a mile, go 2 miles with him. Like, what? Someone forces you to walk a mile. You know, someone forces you to do something. Don't just do a little bit, do extra. And why do we do this? He says, give to the one who asks you and don't turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. The reason that Jesus is telling his followers, real Christians, to do this, and this is how we should act, is because we are not to look like the world or to be like the world. The world's reaction when someone hits you is to hit back. When someone sues you or steals from you or does wrong to you, what is our reaction? How dare you take from me? I'm going to get whatever you try to take from me. There is this human ego and defense mechanism that we have. But our King tells us that we're not to act like this. We don't have to act like this. Instead, be the opposite. If someone takes something from you, see if they're okay. See if, hey, do you need more? You took my bicycle? Here, what else do you need? You're obviously struggling. How can I help you? Imagine what that would do for someone's heart. Imagine for a moment someone comes to your home, steals something from you. Let's say they take your cell phone and you catch them. And instead of saying, how dare you take my cell phone, say, I'm so sorry. I want to share a little story with you. My friend is a missionary in Israel. Well, she went on a mission trip in Israel. Amazing woman. And she, when she was there, one of her missionary friends was out on the streets in Palestine, and he was preaching, teaching people the word, just loving on them. Well, a couple of Palestine men essentially held this missionary and his missionary friend hostage because they wanted money. So they took what little money that the missionary had and demanded that they give them more money. And the missionary said, we don't come with anything. Like, we don't have anything. And the Palestinians, you know, they didn't believe them. They continued to hold them hostage. And then one of the missionary men began to weep. And the Palestinian was kind of like, why are you weeping? And he said, because I want to give you more. I wish I had more to give you, but I don't have anything. Obviously, you guys need the money or you wouldn't be doing this. And I'm so sorry. I wish I had more to give you. And it completely broke the Palestinian in his heart and melted his heart. And the Palestinian was like, here, take back the money. I don't want it. You can have it. And the missionary was like, no, you keep the money. You keep the money. I wish I could give you more. And the Palestinian was like, no, please keep the money. I'm so sorry. And released the missionaries. And can you imagine? Like, wow, what a testimony. to the goodness of God in that situation, that this missionary truly was walking out the truth of Jesus Christ. So guys, we're to love people. We're not to look like the world. We're not to be suing people. We're not to be getting even with people. And when people take advantage of you, let them, and ask them if they need help in other areas, because the reason people are taking advantage of you is because they're hurting and they don't know how good God is. I promise you, they don't really truly understand the goodness of God. Even if they're Christian, they haven't grasped that yet, because you can be a Christian and still not grasp how deep this love truly is. So that's all I wanted to share.